chances for street cred as a result of second year. The same bedtime for 13 years, but you know this side.
We're going to talk about DIY. I'm not talking about the old men in their backyards making sheds out of random pieces of plywood. I'm not talking about people making cool little earrings out of glass. I'm talking about the music. I'm talking about the loud shredding guitars from teenagers with mohawks in a random guy's basement in Philly with 200 people in there, and it smells, it's sweaty.
The music's so good.
I'm talking about the emos screaming their lyrics, and they just got out of their job like 10 minutes ago. I'm talking about these shows held on rooftops in Philly. I'm talking about expressionism. I'm talking about individuality. But what is a DIY music scene? A DIY music scene is hard to pinpoint on what it means directly because there's a lot of different interpretations of this. At a center of it, DIY means do it yourself. When we look at DIY musicians, a commonality is found that they are doing all of it themselves. They're typically releasing their music on their own without the support of a label, unless it's a DIY label. They are recording it their own. They are planning their shows by themselves or with like a DIY booking company. They are normally politically active and they are normally standing for a message within themselves. DIY is a very raw version of music. When we look at pop music and modern rock, a lot of it's sanitized because of labels needing money and people wanting to marketize their ideas and their concepts. Within DIY, that's less of a focus. It's more about showing raw emotion. I've found myself crying at more DIY shows than I have found myself crying at bigger shows because there's something so special about it. When you're at a DIY show, you're in a room full of people and they're all sharing the music. You're right in front of the artist. The artist will come into the crowd. Everyone is having a good time. In a historical perspective of it though, DIY as a scene can't really be tracked to a period of time. However, I'd argue that the earliest ideas of what is now modern DIY is within the 70s. In the 70s, the punk movement was huge. There was a big culture shift towards, hey, screw the government, screw the bourgeoisie, let's do it ourselves. Why can't I express myself? Why can't I do all this myself? Why do I have to go to a big label and give them my music when I can do it myself? The way this would happen was bands like punk bands. A big example could be the Ramones or even the Smiths, where they're going, hey, I'm going to record my own music, and I'm going to release it through CDs, play local shows, and pray that it does well. And if it doesn't do well, screw it. I'm making music, I'm making art. The same thing could be said today with modern DIY scenes. A lot of it's done online, though, where an artist using a website such as Bandcamp can record a whole album. Like a 16-year-old can record a beautiful album in their bedroom and talk about their life and their emotions and be confessional with it and then release it to the world, praying that someone hears it. Then they can go out and go, hey, I want to play a show. Let me put a band together and let me find a random basement to play in. And the emergence of social media has shifted music scenes in general because it's way easier to market. I'd argue that the internet is probably the best thing to ever happen to music due to how accessible it is to the average person. Within my own life, DIY has played a very central role in my development and my life in general. Some of my best memories have been at shows that I've played and shows that I've been to watch my friends play or a random band play. Within these shows, you can be whoever you want. You don't have to worry about your piercings in your face, how long your hair is, your gender identity, your sexual preference, anything like that. And you feel accepted. It's something as an idea that can be taken and should be taken and applied to current society and these non-countercultures. Why can't people express themselves within an office space the same way they do in DIY? Why can't people wear the hair they want to in public and not be scared of some person, older person, criticizing them for that? DIY's main focus is love, in my opinion. To love yourself and to love everyone around you, love everyone equally. Love is love, and that's beautiful. There's a lot of traces of the hippie movement and early punk culture within this, where it's, hey, we are people, and that's beautiful.